Welcome back. So now that you understand what methane is and why it's bad for the environment, what is being done about it? How are we protecting ourselves and our communities? Who are the people in charge of regulating these industries? There are two main groups to think about when it comes to regulating methane: the federal government and the state governments. Both entities have multiple agencies that regulate methane at different levels of production or transit. At the federal level, the Environmental Protection Agency regulations have shifted in their severity and enforcement as the political winds have shifted. During the Obama years, there were some good rules and regulations put in place for oil companies operating on federal land. Unfortunately, many of these regulations were undone during the Trump era, and we're still working on reinstating some of them as of summer 2021. In New Mexico, there has been a concerted effort in the last few years to have stricter methane rules from our two main regulatory agencies: the Oil Conservation Division, which is part of the Energy, Minerals, and Natural Resources Department, and the New Mexico Environment Department. In spring of 2021, the Oil Conservation Division finalized rules for methane emissions that should require oil companies to capture at least 98% of all methane produced and bans venting and flaring except in an emergency. We're hoping that before the end of this year, the New Mexico Environment Department will enact similar rules that will cut down on the pollution and non-purposeful emissions to further cut emissions and protect our families. Because this is an ongoing issue, we will likely have to come back with an updated video in the future. What's more important to remember is that our collective voices, through voting and paying attention to these issues year-round, are what helps shape and improve our laws at every level. Thanks for tuning into our methane series. This has been a production of Progress Now, New Mexico.